learned from the lesson. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a little, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down, hold it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. You know why I'm so excited? Because now, after today, it would take a 4% drop tomorrow for us to have another negative week. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row of declines. It is looking good. Bro, Wall Street gaslighting us, though. Everyone's saying it's an overreaction now. They're saying we all overreacted to the consumer. But anyways, but this is good. Tomorrow, it's pretty much expected to hold up because today was a very strong day. Again, there's a lot of things. Yes, we had the minutes. And yes, look, it broke the trend completely. Literally, how February played out. This was one of the biggest minutes that we had. And maybe it was because we have been down so much, but now we got a short weekend. Wall Street, the bond market closes early tomorrow, and Wall Street's already going to the Hamptons, Labor Day till August, it's pretty much going to be chill tomorrow, hopefully, but people are feeling a lot better. I'm sure you are too. Even GameStop, man, that thing was at 150 today. Oh man, it's crazy. So we have a little to talk about. There's really not much. I'm going to go over what happened today, what there was. If there's anything big I want to share with you is how I made money shorting at the wrong time. Yeah, literally. So those DHIs hit the Costco play, even though it went up. And this is highlighting the premiums. Just going to go over these plays and we're really going to see what happened. And hopefully you can apply this strategy. And let's talk about this strategy now to the upside. So drop your thumbs up on that video. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't know, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open, youtube.com/the stock market. We will see you there in the morning, and God bless the chat. I'm excited, bro. This is good. It's like freedom but I feel gaslighted, okay? We'll start with that. Pretty much, why did we go up today? This was a hard question for some people to accept, and some people got it. Quite simply, ignore all of the noise, right? If you ignored all of the noise at the very just core level, the earnings came in good. We talked about it. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, that was just today. And again, all of these other companies we've seen all week, but it just was not bad or as bad as Walmart and Target. And that's what people are saying. There was a lot of doom and gloom. Imagine this has been a very long week. We had the Snapchat stuff, and that was coming off of the consumer decline. It just felt very, very intense. And then after all these earnings came in, it was like, wait a minute. They really all weren't that bad, and we even had people guide up. Even Ulta, like women's makeup, bro. It's not just women's. I know, I understand. I get my conditioner. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they did good. It was actually pretty crazy to see, but that doom and gloom for the consumer, it kind of faded away there. We have evidence to back it up, and now next week, we're going to have a lot of data, but that is where some people were saying, yes, it's an overreaction as far as that is concerned. Now, what's the other thing? Powell yesterday, the Powell pause at the very, that's just the cherry on top that now people are like, well, maybe he'll pause in a couple months. He's not getting more aggressive. It looks like the data is kind of calming down in a weird way. I don't want to say Goldilocks scenario. And that's the weird part about this whole move is that we're literally at the same price that we were last week, but it just feels different because now it is just not adding to this streak. So that's pretty much what we got today. There wasn't really any news. It was the earnings taking things away. If there was any, flashing red light about today, which made us a little weird, it was the fact that oil and energy absolutely killed it. So keep your eyes on that. And then the other thing, bonds, but you'll notice today, and we brought this up, look how high the market went. Look at the bounce, but now look at the bonds today. They didn't really move much. That is a good sign. People were asking, why does it have to do that? This is just my interpretation. It's very, very simple. If you watch the stock market go up and we keep bouncing and the bonds stay tight and they don't move too much, or TLT goes up, that is actually going to be positive here in the short term. Otherwise, if we saw the market rocket up and then the bonds start selling off again, that would have been bearish. So that's how I'm viewing it. We got a lot of good things. And again, now there's already the holiday. Bond markets market's closing early. A lot of Wall Street's already taken off. The only way tomorrow is really, really bad is if we drop 4%, and the only thing that could do that will be the PCE. So we're going to get that Fed inflation number, depending on how that is. We will see, but it looks like we may have finally got some relief in the last 2 months almost. Oh, man. And welcome to June, baby. Summer is about to start, but the story's not over yet. We still got a lot of volatility. Again, even despite all of this, it's not as if everybody's saying, yeah, 381 was the bottom. You know, you're going to still get a little bit of this market paranoia with everything we've seen. So we're going to find out. We got a lot of data. Again, a lot of economic data next week. That could push a lot. And then after that, if we are really going to get a very big rally, confirm a bottom or anything, it's the CPI. That's in 2 weeks. We'll see what happens from there. And really, that's where a lot of the focus is going to be. So with that out the way, let's talk about the plays now. I can't wait to share this one with you. And what I want to talk about is this strategy. We've been bringing it up. We've been talking about the options and the market makers scamming. Hasn't really been that good of an opportunity. And we've been pivoting to this short the shares, buy the calls for options. And it actually has kind of been working. Either we've been hitting it, the insurance has been cheap, wouldn't have to pay for it. And now what we saw today, and we got a little bit of this yesterday. Remember I told you the Best Buy, that ended up bouncing up, and I overinsured, but I sold one of the contracts early. Well, DHI, this one I did not, and I'm actually kind of blown away with how it ended up working out. So here's the trade. Remember, we shorted it at $65. Today, I closed out at $72. So off of $100 there, or 100 shares, excuse me, going up to $72, I was down $700 on the trade. Again, we shorted it at the bottom. Last 2 days, rocketed up. Again, what the trade goes against me, I'm now down $700 on it. But like we talked about, we grabbed insurance. One, you buy one contract to cap the loss. Anything above it would give us a little extra exposure. So remember, the DHIs were cheap. I bought 3 of them for $120, and those went in the money today. And even though I was down $700, I sold those contracts for $900. So literally, even though we were wrong on the short, I was actually still able to walk away with like $200 or $300, and it wasn't that bad of a trade. It sucks because I did this with Best Buy too, but remember, I trimmed one yesterday, and that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna see to roll over if I grab another set of contracts to kind of balance it out. But there was that one, and then even Costco, remember, I shorted it at 433. It shoots up to 465 today, but here right at close, again, I get in the money on those contracts. Even though I lost $2,000 on the short, the extra contracts and the extra insurance, it actually ended up paying off. Now, Costco's kind of in the middle after earnings. This one's going to be key, but remember, my contracts are going out here till June, so depending on how it plays out, it might be interesting, and I'm worrying because these contracts have high break even, so we're going to see what happens. But the whole point here, I'm super happy with this reaction. One, we had exposure when it's going down. It was allowing us to get dollar for dollar. Insurance wasn't too crazy, but now even when it went up, there's been an opportunity to profit even at like the peak of being wrong and it bouncing against us. And now with a lot of these positions over the next couple weeks, we could still make money if it ends up coming down. So I like it. And now here's something to notice right now. If we are going to get a big rally and the option premiums are still high and being weird, we can do the same thing with shares. Again, what's been happening, they've been killing the other side of the trade, especially puts. So realistically speaking, I would even be able to do this on the upside. I might be looking there. We'll see as we get into next week, but buying shares, getting puts to insure, and then watching how it plays out in the meantime. So pretty straightforward. If you've been watching the videos, again, this week, we've been going in detail on all these plays, but I like how it's playing out, and this is now what I'm going to be looking for. But even as far as tomorrow, I think it will be calm. Consumer discretionary is definitely what people are looking at. But now, as we get into Labor Day, that's the first day of summer. I think all eyes are on oil. You watched how those moved today. I just think that's going to be good. And people asked me about this today, and they were saying, do you get into oil? Again, oil is a good area to look at right now, but it's just not cheap. So it's going to cost you a lot. If there's ever even a backup, I think it was like XLU and like XLM or something like that, but pretty much materials energy and then utilities, or actually not energy, but pretty much metals and materials and then utilities, those could be a backup and those haven't bounced the same, but they are kind of related. So I'd be watching that. We're going to watch how it plays out. But overall, unless we get bad data, I think it might be chill. Volume should be lower. Let's get the day off and then see where next week takes us. So I hope you're ready. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember, baby, you gotta watch the heart. Don't harden the heart. You see, have some belief. Anything can happen. And it's beautiful. And you're still alive. And we still in the game, baby. And the cult loves you. So let's go with positive change today, baby. I love you. God bless you. Let's close out the week. We go on vacation with the cult, not in the Hamptons, baby. Let's make it happen. And I love you. God bless you. And good night. And drink water, please. Okay, I love you. God bless you, Chad.